So, welcome back, guys. Today I want to continue with what I started yesterday, and that is redesigning the map encounters of the game L'Empereur, which is designed by Albert Walton, published in 1992 by Tabletop Games, and respectively, the map is a black on white print. I know there is a newer version, a colorized and revised version of the map and the rules from 2013, I believe. But as I'm working on a hex encounter war game design of my own, I fancied it would be a good kind of training or learning session to work myself into Inkscape, which is a vector graphic design program, graphical program, which I want to use here. Because in these kind of programs you can change or adjust sizes of objects without losing any quality. So that's why I'm using Inkscape. What have I done since yesterday? I made a few changes. I decided to blacken out grease, or what is nowadays grease, and yeah, I think that shouldn't be of any interest if I'm not mistaken. So the only hexes I have added to the original map are those down here, which cannot be entered either, and the Egyptian and kind of Syrian coast here, and those 4 hexes here. Because as I said yesterday, I want to expand the time span of the game, which starts in 1805 here and goes to 1815, fitting Napoleon's reign. Obviously, I want to expand that back to the year 1792, so we can have the Revolutionary Wars too, or cover all the coalitionary wars, so to say. That's that, and I would need to have some sort of movement box here somewhere, maybe inside of Turkey here, like there is in the original game between Finland and Stockholm, Sweden here. So units moving around the Baltic Sea or along the shoreline, whatever. And yeah, that's something to consider. Okay, what do I want to do now? And I changed the hex size. If you remember, the whole playing area was kind of around here, like this, and I've adjusted the hex sizes, so I have now hexes with hex sizes or hex sides, I should say, of 1 centimeter, which equals around 0.4 inches or 39 inches. And yeah, as the game is already kind of really fiddly, I thought that would be better. Problem is now I'm missing space between the playing area and the side of the paper, or the edge of the paper, where the holding box is actually, and the monthly turn track in the original game. And that's because I've added like 1.5 row of hexes down here, which equals 3 centimeter. So there's that. But I believe I will find some way to handle that. Maybe the movement box goes here or somewhere else, and the monthly track over here, together with the year track and the alignment matrix. Right, so that is that. Now today yesterday I made this like basic outline and terrain outline based on the original map. Again, this one here. I'm sorry, I don't have a scanned version of that one. So this is what I'm using here. And now let's lock the whole layer group with the hex layout and the basic terrain color I've added here, and reduce the no, wait, let's do this different. I want the grid to stay the same, but the colors, the fill colors, a little bit more transparent. Right, that's how I like it. And now I've locked the whole layer group, so I won't kind of drag things around, hex sites or whatever. And I will now start drawing paths along these shorelines and along the mountains and so on, to use them later on as borders for the real graphic design I want to do afterwards. Okay, so where can I do this? I could do it freehand. I have no idea. Let's rename this layer first. Rename it. And it's like, it's not borders. Let's call it shapes. I like shapes. So, shapes. And now, let's try one. Just doing it roughly like this. So, now let's zoom in a little bit. And can we, there should be an option here to modify path. Where is that? It's like extensions. Modify path is here, and then I'm not sure which one it is actually. I'm sorry, because I have the German localization here. I'm using an Inkscape and I have no idea how to change the language settings, so this is in German. Sorry for that. Interpolate is this. No, don't want to colorize it. I don't want to. No. Visualize. Gummi. Maybe this one? Can we get a preview, please? What this would do. Ooh, no. That's not what I wanted. Please undo this. Oh, and by the way, I should save from time to time. Path. Maybe it's like this one. Let's take a look. Maybe it's this one. Does it change anything though? Not by the looks of things. But I have it selected, right? Do I need to do it that way and then go to extensions and path, modify path, and then like so. Preview. Wow, what is this? Let's go back to 10. No. That's again not what I wanted. Maybe I need to change the style of drawing straight lines. So let's delete this path and try again with this Bezier curves and straight lines. Maybe, no, that's like a straight line. As it says. Okay, I can draw like, I see. But that's not what I want to do. How do I do this then? I have a tutorial here. And there, but this guy is using, using Affinity Designer to do most of the work. So he is tracing the actual hex grid line. So like from here to here, and then to here, and then to here. Maybe we do it the same way. Let's try this. Like so, and so, and so, and so. I should have some music in the background. Like so. And then is this a path already? Probably. But we don't see anything. And let's take a look now. Modify path and then fractalizing. Is it fractalizing? Yeah, I think so. Let's do it that way then. Preview. What would happen if we do so? Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. Now the question is, if we do it that way, can I add additional path dots, or however you call it, plot the path here and connect it to this one? without the fractalizing effect? I don't know. Let's do it. And can I edit it? Yes. I see. Here we have numerous dots. Okay. And now let's zoom in. What if I would take this one and drag it around? Okay, I see. Interesting. Undo this. So I would have to sort of draw this path, the initial path, and taking a look at a map. We had one somewhere. All right, I just used the Napoleon against Europe map here. Oh, but that is already simplified, right? Yeah. Okay, but I think it doesn't matter too much. Doesn't matter too much. So let's zoom out, not that far, just like so, and go back to this one, and then let's get it a little bit smaller, like so. And now he's trying to align it with the dots, so just deactivating the alignment. Why is it still trying to align with the dots? Where can I deactivate the alignment? It's over here, right? What is this one? Ah, no, we have to keep those. It's over here on the right hand side. Like, okay, no aligning at all. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Like so. Like so, okay. Should be good. Should be good, should be good. So let's go with this one again. No, I used the straight one, right? So the straight one. And I do this a little bit smaller here. To get like the, what's this? The Great Belt, it's called. I have no idea how it's called in English actually. So like this, and then we use again the extension to modify and fractalize. Why is open though? Huh. Why is that? Huh. Let's use it and then check it out. Or is my frame simply too small? How do I adjust the frame here without changing the size of this piece? I have no idea. How are we going to do this? I mean, what I want here is like outlining Sjælland, which is the biggest island of Denmark with the capital Copenhagen. Let's go with something like this. A little bit smaller this time. And then try again. Extension, path, and fractalize. Preview. And the other one was like 6 and 4 actually. Come on. Give me that. Like so. But why? Huh. I don't get why this isn't a circle now. Can I change that somehow? My coffee bottle is making noises, annoying noises. So, anybody in chat right now? No, that's too boring to watch as a stream. But I did write that in the video description, so I don't feel bad about it. It's just like me tracking my tracking me learning this to use Inkscape. And at some point in the future I will come back to this and laugh on my own. So I don't get it. Why does this hexagon shape I did draw, why doesn't it like stay a circle then, or circle-ish form? What am I doing wrong? And there is someone in the chat right now, so if you have any idea how to use Inkscape and paths in Inkscape, please let me know why it doesn't work the way I want it to. So that's the shape I did draw. And if I then go to modify path and then fractalize, I get this. Okay, gone already. Wow, the guy is talking English, because my average viewers, they are Germans, like me, and my most videos are in German, but not this one. And they don't like it by the looks of things. Huh. Okay, but let's try something else. I will use this again, but this time we make it a little smaller from the beginning, so we don't have those. And yeah, should be alright. Should be alright. So when I fractalize it, it shouldn't just stick over the hex borders then. I hope. So maybe I'm totally wrong about this. I don't know. And at some point in the future we also need to have some symbols we can use for harbors and what else? Cities, and I wanted to add supply centers as well, because there is supply in the game, but no supply centers on the map. And why don't have supply centers on the map if your game has supply lines, right? So that one is just working fine, but now let's go here again and like do a rough shape and then try to modify and fractalize and get a preview. And again, it's not a closed circle-ish shape, but open on one side. I don't understand why that is happening. Which setting could that be? That's just about the layer I'm currently working on. Over here it's just about how this line looks or how it's gonna be filled. That's not what I'm looking for. This is about copying and connecting things, about groups. Let's Google that. Inkscape path, fractalize path, and then like circle. How to fractalize a shape? Yeah, I know that, but what about? Why is it like dragging the path or the from the dot where I did connect it? Fractalize wanting no. Rectangle is not a path. Yeah, thanks. Welcome to the forums. How do I round edges? That's something else. Adding noise to a path. That's what I just did. Wait. Modify, add nodes. So maybe by clicking on the first node where I started drawing this smaller hexagon in here, I did not connect the two, the first node and the last one. Maybe that's the problem. So how do I do this? Create your ground information, extensions, draw the bodies, then add nodes and fractal, then adjust the rivers and so on. Yeah, but that's just not how it works, at least for me. And now, what are we going to do now? Add nodes, not too many. They were, Select the landmass, go to extensions. So wait, we gonna close that one. I will delete it and save from time to time, and then I'm gonna draw this again, like about so. Or no, actually there are some smaller islands here, but do they have a place in this game? No, I don't believe so. So now click and drag to end the path. So maybe be. That's what I want. Let's look how it works now. So fractalize, preview. I see, I did not connect those two. All right. Yeah, that should be fine like so. That's enough for our purposes. Okay, I didn't connect the first and the last knot. That's the problem. I see. Okay, then we may continue with the shoreline of Finland and Russia and what is nowadays Estonia. We have Riga here, so let's just go like so. And maybe I will make a use the streams and edit them to like speed them up, you know, and then comment on top of that what I did here and how it works. So here we have Hamburg and the Elbe River. That should be the Netherlands. And here we have Calais somewhere. Like so. Yeah, and I really want to at least a bit get the shapes, the real shapes of the French coastline. I mean, this is like really abstracted, of course. So that's not how the shoreline looks in reality, but that's not what we need for the game to work. Just want to learn how to use Inkscape and get a colorized, somewhat more beautiful version of the map that is not simply black on white. I believe we should be able to do this. So Gibraltar somewhere here, and then we continue around here, around the Iberian Peninsula, southern France, come over here to Italy, let it look somewhat like Italy. It's like hard to get the shoe right. Maybe like something like so to indicate it at least. Yeah, maybe that works. We'll see when we fractalized the whole thing. And then the Greek border here, which is cannot be entered. It's not part of the game. Oh, actually, if I undo this now, do I delete the whole thing or only the last knots? Because obviously down here we have the Peloponnesian Peninsula, and I want to sort of indicate the Corinthian Gulf. Let's try. That works. Great. Great. So let's do it like this, then like so. That's enough. I think that looks good. So Athens is here. And of course also in the Aegean Sea there are several islands. Not to say thousands of islands, but that's something for later on. So that is the Bosporus. Yeah. Yeah, just like so. Okay, up here. And then this is the Crimean Peninsula. Somewhat like so. Come over here. The small connection and around here. So, like that. Let's zoom out a bit to get an overview of what we have done. That should be the next shoreline. And we go to extensions and path and fractalize it, and let's calculate a preview. Especially interested in, in how the Peloponnesian and the Crimean gonna look now. If it doesn't kill Inkscape, no. Seems to be really calculating. Why isn't it doing it? Because I'm a fool. Modify, fractalize, get a preview. I must say I'm pretty happy with this. That looks good. Let's use it and go away. Okay, Italy. Italy is a mess. Yeah, it is, but okay. It is how it is. So we can come back a little bit closer and trace. No, undo this. Undo the first not even. And start somewhere here to get the outlines of Turkey here. Maybe just like so. To get the Bosporus or the Hellespont right. And then go around here to Syria. Oh, it's not that wobbly. Wibbly wobbly. More like so, maybe. And then Egypt. And Cyrenaica. Libya. Tunisia. And Morocco, like so. All right, and again, same procedure. Pass, modify, fractalize, do it. Thank you. Oh, that's fair enough, right? That should be fair enough. So then, what about here? There is the Red Sea, like here, right? So we need a map. We have. Oh, that's not even part of this game. Huh. Shall we add it? Yeah, let's add that. So Egypt. Just to get it right. Yeah, right. It's like two arms. Two arms. Not those arms. So like so and so. And then this is Sinai here. Let's see how it goes with fractalizing. Yeah, that's all right. Okay. Pretty good so far. Now here is Crete still missing. And I'm not sure which purpose it has in the game, because it is in the game the only territory that is marked Ottoman or Turkish even, but obviously it's Ottoman, is Crete. Huh. It has some hills and that's it. So I don't know, do we get sort of a Crete-ish shape like this? I don't think so, but we're here to have some experiments. It's fair enough. It's fair enough. We keep that one, and I need to take a look at the map. How big? I mean, Malta is pretty small, right? But I believe it has a harbor. Has it? Yeah. Malta has a harbor. So it needs to be big enough to have the harbor symbol at some point. Yeah, but that should be right. We can simply locate it adjacent. Why not? So modify it, fractalize it, do it. Oh, that's not how we wanted it, but what we want is to save from time to time. So again, this one, and modify, fractalize. Did I miss to connect the nodes again? Yes, I did. I did. Delete this one. Come back to it. Something like so, and then click and drag. So I have no idea if I'm doing this right now. Like so, and then extensions, modify, fractalize, do it. Yeah, okay. So now we have a big version of Malta. And of course we need Sicily. Bleh. Something like so, maybe. Do the same again. No. The same again, I said, and I mean it. So, does this look like Sicily? Not really, right? Not really. Why not? Let's need to... let's try it again. Like so. So. Maybe it just needs to be a little bit wobblier here. Like so, and then drag to connect. Modify, fractalize. Yeah, that's more of a Sicily. Okay. That's how we can do this. The Balearic Islands are not of importance here. Shall we add them nonetheless? That's the biggest question. But what we want to add is Corsica and Sardinia. So Sardinia is just like so, I'd say. Why am I always working with shift here? I don't need to use shift for that. So fractalize again. Yeah. Fair enough. And then Corsica. Just to get it right, it's smaller than Sardinia, obviously, but who cares? And like so. Yeah, we only need the rough shapes, right? Everything else does not matter. Most likely there will never be any battle on Corsica in this game, but who knows for sure. And my coffee can is already again making noises. Okay, we can keep it like this. So what do we need next? I think we still need to draw the British Islands, and that is true. So how are we going to do this? Like, so Inverness, is this on the map? Actually, no, it is not. It is not. But it should be around here. And then we can go like this. So, just like really rough now. Rough shaping. Yeah, and all the islands, Hebridean islands. Like that. And then come around here to Wales. So that is Wales. And then come back here and get us some... what is it? Cornwall, right? That should be Cornwall down here, like so. Like so, and then simply go over here, Plymouth, and sort of Southampton. Get over here to... So if we say Calais is somewhere here, should be like this. And have the Thames River... Yeah, it's in this hex in the game actually. Or in the actual game actually. So if that is the case, I'm doing it wrong right now. So go back a few notes and do it like here, the mouth of the Thames, and come back up here like so, and have the bay of, I don't know which name it has. And then, so G3, that's the area around Edinburgh, which is here. So like that, and then comes back around here. So, and then drag that guy to connect them. Yeah. Here. Path. Fractalize. So, does that look like Britain? Certainly not, but I think it's fair enough. Okay, we keep it that way. And Ireland. Ireland. The Irie. Just the rough scape of it. Like so. And I have no clue why it is sometimes referred to as the teddy bear. I don't see a teddy bear. Fractalize this one. Nah, not really. But fair enough, I would say. What could be a problem though is that in the game the shores are along, like straight along the hex sides. That means like the channel is part of this H6 hex here, which is cut short. So in order to prevent ships from entering H7, I would have to just simply give this water here another color, like the you may not enter color, but that would be ugly, right? What shall we do then? What shall we do with that then? What shall we do with that then? And same with Ireland and with the Crimea and the Bosporus here. How should one approach that issue? I don't know. Do you have any ideas, guys? Oh, and here's some other shoreline. But that's the last one. And then, the question is, shall we then draw the mountainous areas in the same way to get their outlines? Or how are we going to do those? Fractalize. Just do it. Should be good enough. And the stream is already running for nearly an hour now, so I believe I will quit it soon. But yeah, that's now the biggest question. How do I mark like sea areas in hexes that can be entered by ships? Because, I mean, I can show you Copenhagen on this one, on the original map. You can see it there, Copenhagen. So like the shoreline is, or the belt, the water is only inside this hex, which is L4 here on our grid. And these two hexes, K4, K5, L3, M4, they don't even have any water on them because the shorelines are simply straight along the hex sides. That's something I have to think about. I mean, we have the issue here, the Bosporus. We have the issue here on this side of the Crimea. And north of Sicily. We have it here, yeah, at the Straits of Gibraltar, and between Ireland and Britain, and here in the English Channel. So what one could do is, as I said, use a different color on this portion here of the sea, like along the border and then the shoreline. And the area in between would get another color. But I'm not happy with that. Any suggestions? There is someone in the chat, so please feel free to make any suggestions if you like to. I'm gonna save that anyway. Okay, I mean, that's an issue. That's an issue I need to think about. And I need to drink coffee because it's like ice cold. Cold as ice. And another example is actually the island of Sardinia and the island of Crete, which are complete hexes in the original game. Like Crete is P17, and there it has no water around it. Just the other surrounding hexes are the waters. Other than Malta, which has water around it, I believe it simply functions as a harbor in the midst of the Mediterranean. Okay, the viewer just dropped. and has nothing to say to my issue or about my issue. That's how I should say it. I could use like slightly different shades of blue. That would be sort of okay-ish for me. Okay, so I think we're gonna stop it now and continue later today or tomorrow. I just need a short break, or a break at least. Think about it, and I'm pretty happy with the shorelines with this fractalized path. I mean, Italy looks like, I don't know like what it looks, but not like Italy. Doesn't matter though. It's just for some exercise here in Inkscape. And all in all, I think it's pretty okay for just processing it randomly, you know? Okay, fine. So thanks for tuning in, or if you watch this later on my YouTube channel, maybe that helps you, watching a total Inkscape noob trying to get around with this software. So have a nice day. Goodbye.